Everyone is using AI, at home and at work. And if you're not using it every day, then you're definitely getting left behind. Just look at all these different tasks surveyed businesses said they were automating. But beware, it is not that easy. There are some serious risks to using AI all the time that you need to know about. And if you don't take them seriously, then you could find yourself losing customers, upsetting your boss, or even losing your job. If you don't know me already, my name's Tom Edwards. I've spent the last 10 years working with some of the biggest companies in tech to automate their marketing function. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to hear about the latest in AI. Today, we're going to look at the ways that AI can go wrong and lead to PR disasters, disgruntled customers, and all-round shambles, and even legal nightmares. And if you think I'm exaggerating, think again. Companies have already faced many different legal challenges for misusing the great power of artificial intelligence. If you want to make sure that you're not one of them, pay attention, because we're going to talk through some of the most common mistakes people make using generative AI. Because here's the kicker. These things don't just happen to major corporations. They can happen to individuals or small businesses as well. So the first thing that you want to avoid doing is an over-reliance on generic AI copy. AI is awesome at writing all sorts of different things for you, but if you're not specific with the way that you prompt it, or you haven't built out a really detailed system prompt, ultimately you're just going to sound like some kind of generic business middle manager. And that's because a lot of the data that AI has been trained on is the kind of SEO and blog content you see all over the internet. The key here is in building out really good system prompts. And if you don't know what that is, then check out my previous video where I talk through how to do exactly that. If you give it the right prompt, AI can give you really nice, really personalized copywriting. If you just ask it straight off the top with one sentence for a load of copywriting, it's going to give you something pretty generic. So the second slightly related point here is not checking your AI content before it goes out. AI is awesome, but it can. You need to make sure that you're having a human checking as much as is reasonable. In the future, we're probably going to have AI agents that really will go out and do things for us without a human being in the loop. We are not there yet. You cannot have that degree of trust in your AI content in 2025. The third is critical business decisions. The humans are still the ones making decisions here. AI is amazing for intelligence, but it is not agency. We might get there one day, but right now it's the humans that provide the will and the decision making. AI is programmed to be very generic. It will give you both sides of any argument that you want, but it does not have the gut feel and it does not have the will to succeed that human beings do. So for those really critical decisions, yes, of course you can ask AI to help you research the background on what it is you're trying to achieve, but when you make the call, make sure it's you doing it. Next up is growth hacking and spam. This is where you're just automating repetitive content with no degree of personalization and no degree of background research yourself. AI will be able to pump out 100 different posts for you a day, but these are going to be recognized by the social algorithms as low quality because they will be generic. And so it's not a good reason for anybody to follow you, and it's not a good reason for any of your followers to engage with what it is you're talking about. If you really want AI to turbocharge your content output, then it absolutely can. But again, you need to be thinking hard about what your system prompt is. You need to be thinking about what kind of content is going to provide value to your audiences and customers, and you should spend some time thinking about the structure of the post that you want. You can then ask AI to produce that for you, and you'll get content that actually reads as if you wrote it, rather than if that generic AI business middle manager wrote it, because nobody wants to read that stuff. Another one is transparency. The best AI creators that I've seen are transparent about the degree to which they're using it. So I'll be very honest with all of my audience that yes, I use AI to help me with my scripting. The way I like to do it is I've built myself a system prompt, so I know what kind of style I like, and importantly, the AI knows what kind of style I like. But then when I'm working on, say, a script for videos like this, it will be more of a conversation with the chatbot. So I'll go back and forth, I will go and research subjects, I will drop them in, and I'll have a bit of a creative process. AI is great to bounce ideas off of, and it can turbocharge the amount of output you can get to, but that doesn't mean that you should just disengage entirely. Importantly, be honest with people about the degree to which you're using it. Doing little notes at the bottom of posts saying this was created with AI, putting putting a bit of humor in there maybe is a great way to start. Finally, this one's a little bit abstract, but it's the core of your entrepreneurialism. Don't let AI become the entrepreneur that you are. It should be a tool that you use to augment all of the amazing stuff that you do, but the drive and creativity still has to come from you. That's the exciting future we want, where people with big ideas can create them super fast using AI to 10x or 100x the amount of output they're able to achieve. What we don't want is lots of completely automated bots just going out there and trying to hack their way to growth by spamming people. Ultimately, we're going to get to a place where the AI agents are more intelligent than all of the people, and that's a pretty wild future. In the meantime, where we're in that hinterland, you want to make sure that you are the one driving the progress, and you definitely want to be building personal relationships with other humans as well, because a great deal of business still is people business, and decision makers are still humans. So all of that kind of interpersonal creativity and relationship building, you want to make sure that you hold on to, and don't try to just farm out all of your emails and texts and voice notes and whatever else to an AI and sit on your fat biscuit doing nothing. Sitting around doing nothing is not going to make you a fortune. You're just going to be another load of automated noise in a wild, massive sea of automated noise. Keep your essence, keep your entrepreneurialism, keep your creativity. And if you really want the latest on all the best AI tools, how to make them work for you, then make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time.